Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulaika Nur Ain, and today I will be giving a brief description of the incident. So, Taen Holdings Sdn Bhd is Malaysia's biggest forest product business, such as palm oil, logs trading, manufacturing, and also plywood product. And however, Taen Holdings Sdn Bhd was alleged of unethical practices in their businesses, which creating unsustainable environment and that leading in severe environmental damages. In addition, Taen Holdings Sdn Bhd has done deforestation that left a great impact on Sarawak's environment and also its indigenous people, where these people has been put a restriction or limitation to their legitimate rights to access and to use their own land. And not only that, there are also destruction of protected animals habitat. So Taen is linked with administration of Chief Minister Pehin Sri Haji Abdul Taib bin Mahmud Taib through informal business connections. In this case, Taib has misused his power in government office to gain a huge amount of wealth for himself. He then distribute timber licenses at his consideration. In result, those who have close association with the Taib family were testing the wealth gained from logging and also palm oil production. Besides, the Taen Holdings Sdn Bhd chairman Abdul Hamid Sepawi is also Taib Mahmud's cousin. So he also holds important roles outside his organisation, such as Treasurer General in Pesaka Bumiputra Bersatu (PBB), a political party based in Sarawak, and was also the director of Sarawak Timber Industry Development Corporation (STIDC). And these two influential persons in their each fields are misusing their important roles by allegation of corruption and abuse of public office. Taib using his position to invest some amount of money at the state's investment to Taen Holdings, where majorities of the directors were his family.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Ain binti Ahmad Kasasim. Taen Holdings logging activities has resulted to environmental destruction at Sarawak, which is global greenhouse gas emissions, air pollution, and water pollution. Tropical peatland destruction has resulted to greenhouse gas emission at Sarawak. Taen Holdings actively conducted operation in the areas of peat forest to expand their plantation operation. A research found that in 1992, 10% of Sarawak land covered by peatlands. However, it reduced to the 2.5% by 2004. This is because of the deforestation of peat forest to replace it with oil palm plantation. The clearance of peatlands has resulted to the release of carbon dioxide into atmosphere, and this is contribute to the problem of global greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. Taen Holdings unethical behaviors has resulted to haze and air pollution at Sarawak. Taen Holdings use fire to clear areas for their oil palm plantation. This is clearly against the law, since Malaysia has signed agreement to the ASEAN, which is transboundary haze agreement that advocates against open burning for plantation. However, Taen Holdings not affected by agreement because they stated in their company's environment impact assessment 1999 that the classical method of slash and burn is the most effective way, and no problem of burn since Sarawak has high rainfall. Taen Holdings' aggressive oil palm plantation operation has resulted to water quality issue at Sarawak. The quality of water at Sarawak become worse since due to palm oil mill effluence, which is a wastewater generated from palm oil milling activities. The problem affecting aquatic life and the communities that rely on clean water taken directly from the river. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Nadia Rafa. I will present about the issue and implication of the incident. One of the issues that occurred from the case is systematic issue. Systematic issue is based on economic, politics, law, and other institutions where the business operates. TAAN's executive chairman, who is Abdul Hamid Sepawi, he has a special connection with Chief Minister of Sarawak, Abdul Taib Mahmud. Then, this special connection between Abdul Hamid and Abdul Taib has created an opportunity for TAAN to exploit more land at Sarawak for development of the industrial tree plantation and oil palm plantation. Both of them has misusing their important role by accusation of corruption and abuse of public office. This unethical behavior proposed by these two individuals is a moral management where they did not consider about the ethical factor in their business. Therefore, they are abuse the ethics management in their business by conducting the wrong ethical treatment. Next, the implication of the incident has brought to the violation of human rights in Sarawak, especially to the indigenous people of Sarawak, where their lands has been robbed by the logging companies such as TAAN's Holding. This happened due to the dependence on natural resources for their economy and the blurring between government and industry lines. Therefore, the Sarawak government seeks to limit the legal right of indigenous people to use and access their lands. State legislation such as the Sarawak Forest Ordinance have gradually restrict indigenous people's right to access their lands. They also open their forests to exploit by the extractive industries such as logging and mining industries. This clearly shows that they are abusing the right of indigenous people in Sarawak. That's all for me. Thank you.
Next issue is the rapid destruction that contributing to escalation of biodiversity and habitat destruction. TAAN Holdings is a company that engaged in logging and industrial tree plantations and oil palm plantations establishment in Sarawak. Sundalan Biodiversity Hotspot is one of the most biodiverse region on earth. All of the TAAN's license are overlapped there as well as within the areas of Heart of Borneo. The forest contains significant ecological values and the Environmental Impact Assessments EIA listed 18 species of mammals and 19 species of birds that are protected, including the threatened species on the red list that conserved by International Union for Conservation of Nature IUCN. But according to IUCN, these species declining rapidly because their habitats are disappearing due to logging activities and the conversion of forests into plantations. The Council on Ethics for Norwegian Government Pension Global Fund, GPFG, is the largest sovereign wealth fund, and the council itself recommended to exclusion of TAAN and banning this unethical company from its investment due to unacceptable risk of unethical forest management practices. This company intentions appears to be insufficient to protect the habitats of endangered species. TAAN Holdings is one of the companies in Malaysia that was alleged for unethical practices because of their operations and destructive logging activities that not only leading to environmental damages but as well as habitat destruction, which they are supposedly to protect and conserve them. The deforestation was done by this company has left bad impact to those rare protected habits, and the large number of orang-utan population has become crucial threat to the climate. The logging industry of Sarawak has long captured the international attention due to its inhuman and corrupt nature as well as its unethical behavior. According to this one article from the Telegraph, stated that Malaysia, particularly in Sarawak, destroying its forest 3 times faster than all Asia combined. So because of these unethical practices that was done by TAAN Holdings company itself, the percentage of habitat destruction increased, and this also showed the devastating effects on biodiversity and ecosystem services. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Risha Waisara binti Mahmud, and today I would like to present about the actors involved in the accident. The first actor is TAN Holdings. TAN Holdings is one of the Malaysian biggest forest product business such as oil palm, trading logs, and manufacturing and sale of the sawn timber and plywood products. They hold more than 360,000 hectares of timber listings. TAN Holdings Berhad was elite for unethical practices in their business by creating an unsustainable deforestation that leading to severe environmental damage. Deforestation that done by the TAN Holdings Berhad have left a great negative impact on Sarawak environment. The second actor is Seri Haji Abdul Taib bin Mahmud Taib, which is administration of Chief Minister. Taib, using his position to invest some amount of money as the state investment to TAN Holdings, where majority of the director were his families. TAN Chairman Ahmad Abdul Hamid Sepawi, which also Taib Mahmud cousin. Those who have association to the family of Taib were testing the wealth gained from logging and palm oil production. The third actors that involved in the accident is indigenous people of Sarawak. Indigenous people comprise most of the population of Sarawak at a once largely forested state in Malaysia. The indigenous habitat of Sarawak have long depended on forests to support their livelihood in accordance of traditional laws and custom. Sarawak indigenous people have a total 26 ethnic group including Iban, Penan and Kelabit, recognized by the Federal Constitution of Malaysia. The land right of these indigenous people are legally recognized under the Malaysian Constitution, which define the right as a native customary right, NCR. TAN Holdings is engaged in the establishment of tree plantation and oil palm plantation, some of which involve development of native customary land.